I used to hide behind the gray, afraid to speak, afraid to stay. But silence turned to painted skies. I found my voice in lullaby lines. The world said, stay inside the lines, but I was born to redefine. With every shade I come alive. One breath, one brush, I survive. I color outside the shadows, fill the cracks with light I borrowed. Each mistake a bold design, each hue a piece of what is mine. No rules, no need to follow. I color outside the shadows. The page forgives what life forgets. I trace my heart with no regrets. The mess is part of what I am, a masterpiece without a plan. I blend my fears with dreams I keep. Layer hope in colors deep. The fold is loud, but I still know peace is something I can grow. I color outside the shadows, fill the cracks with light I borrowed. Each mistake a bold design, each hue a piece of what is mine. No rules, no need to follow. I color outside the shadows. Let the world stay black and white. I'll build my joy in bursts of light. With every line I rise, I heal. Each color says it's safe to feel. I color outside the shadows, make beauty from the bad days. This page, my quiet battlefield, where broken hearts are gently healed. No silence left to swallow. I color outside the shadows. Yes, I color outside the shadows. Not every wound is loud or clear. Some only show when color's near. The brush reveals what words disguise and paints the truth behind my eyes. I used to hide in black and gray, afraid my light would slip away. But every shade I gently place becomes a trace I can't erase. This is the light I leave behind, a piece of peace the world can find in quiet lines and hues that stay long after fear has slipped away. I may not speak what's on my mind, but here's the light I leave behind. They see a page, I see my soul. Each color makes the silence whole. And when I fade or fall apart, these strokes will echo from my heart. This is the light I leave behind, a piece of peace the world can find in quiet lines and shoes that sting long after fear has slipped away. I may not speak what's on my mind, but here's the light I leave behind. It's not about a perfect form, it's how I weathered every storm. The proof is here in every hue of who I was and what is true. This is the light I leave behind, where pain and grace are intertwined, a hidden spark. I've been scattered, torn apart, pieces held inside my heart. Words I never dared to say started spilling through the gray. Not in stories, not in speech, but in colors just out of reach. Every mark a secret told, every shade a hand to hold. Draw me whole in lines and light, where the silence feels just right. Every page becomes my skin, letting something deep begin. Even cracked I still belong, even quiet I am strong. So if I break, don't try to fix, just draw me whole with gentle tricks. There were days I couldn't breathe, felt like art was make-believe. But when I let the colors in, that's when the healing would begin. Draw me whole in lines and light, where the silence feels just right. As the page becomes my skin, letting something deep begin. Even cracked I still belong, even quiet I am strong. So if I break, don't try to fix, just draw me whole with gentle tricks. I'm not perfect, never was, but my art forgives, because in the mess, in every scar, it sees me just the way things are. Draw me whole with no disguise, with trembling hands and hopeful eyes. Not polished, not erased, but held in colors soft and laced. Every layer, every part draws the shape around my heart. So let me be just as I am. Draw me whole with your own hand. Woke up feeling faded, lost in shades of gray. Quiet voice inside me says you can find your way. Pick up a palette, let the colors flow. A burst of life begins and I start to glow. Every brushstroke tells a story untold, a path to the courage I hold. No more shadows, I'm shedding the past. This is my moment, I'm free at last. Paint it bright, let the colors soar. Unleash the fire I was fighting for. Every color is calling my name, breaking the silence, igniting the flame. Paint it bright, don't hold it in, let the new day begin. In every shade I find my light. I'm alive, I'm shining, paint it bright. From black and white to a rainbow alive. Every step I take, I come more alive. No more doubts, no more fears to hide. With every splash, I'm rolling my inside. Every brushstroke tells a story untold, a path to the courage I hold. No more shadows, I'm shedding the past. This is my moment, I'm free at last. Ain't it bright, let the colors soar. Unleash the fire I was fighting for. Every color is calling my name, breaking the silence, igniting the flame. Ain't it bright, don't hold it in, let the new day begin. In every shade I find my light. I'm alive, I'm shining, paint it bright. Stand in the light, let your true self show. Colors of courage start to glow. The world's a canvas and I'm ready to start. With colors of hope I follow my heart. Paint it bright, let the colors soar. Unleash the fire I was fighting for. Every color is calling my name, breaking the silence, igniting the flame. Paint it bright, don't hold it in, let the new day begin. In every shade I find my light. I'm alive, I'm shining, paint it bright. Paint it bright and never fade away. This is the power of a new day. I don't rush to fill the space. I let the color find its place. No need to finish fast or right. The beauty lives in quiet light. Every page a slow reveal, every hue a way to heal. Oh, hue by hue I build my song, soft and steady all along. No need for perfect, no need for loud. I color beneath the drifting cloud. It takes time to see it through, but I'm becoming me, hue by hue. I used to rush and try too much, erase the flaws, ignore the scratch. But now I see what makes me real is every mark I used to conceal. Let the pinks and grays collide. There's no wrong when you decide. Hue by hue I build my song, soft and steady all along. No need for perfect, no need for loud. I color beneath the drifting cloud. It takes time to see it through, but I'm becoming me, hue by hue. Not every color needs to shine. Some just gently draw the line. Even shadows play their part in the painting of a heart. Hue by hue I build my song, gentle and brave where I belong. There's no map and that's okay, this is my own kind of way. Layered light in every view. Yes, I'm becoming me, hue by hue. I used to think I had to stay inside the lines they drew each day, but every mark I dared to make showed me the rules were mine to break. With trembling hands I found my way. In shades they told me not to play, but colors whispered soft and true, you're more than what they gave to you. Lines like wings, they set me free, drawing who I'm meant to be. And I curl in every hue, I find a world where I break through. Let them doubt what I can bring, I'll rise again with the lines like wings. The paper waits, it doesn't judge, each page a chance to heal the grudge. And as I move, I start to feel this art I make, it makes me real. Lines like wings, they set me free, drawing who I'm meant to be. In every curl, in every hue, I find a world where I break through. Let them doubt what I can bring, I'll rise again with lines like wings. I won't be boxed, I won't be still. My colors chase the light until they reach a place I never knew, a sky that opens just for you. Lines like wings, they set me free, drawing who I'm meant to be. No more fear, no clip disguise, just flight unfolding in my eyes. The page becomes my everything, and I take off on lines like wings. The day comes in like a crashing wave, too many voices I can't brave. The world spins runs fast, my thoughts collide. So I pick up the brush and I step inside. No need to speak, no need to try. The page will hold what I can cry. I brush away the noise, I slow it down. Let the colors catch me before I drown. Stroke by stroke, I start to breathe. The quiet's something I can weave. This is more than just a choice, it's how I brush away the noise. I used to chase what didn't fit, mistaking chaos for commitment. But now I find a softer thread, a rhythm humming in my head. I blend the blue into the gray and let the rest just fade away. I brush away the noise, I slow it down. Let the colors catch me before I drown. Stroke by stroke, I start to breathe. The quiet's something I can weave. This is more than just a choice, it's how I brush away the noise. They don't see it, but it's true. Peace comes in lavender and blue. I don't escape, I just return to where the softer moments burn. I brush away the noise, I slow it down. Let the colors catch me before I drown. In this quiet, I reclaim my voice. This is how I brush away the noise. Yes, this is how I brush away the noise. I sit down with colors in silence near. The worry fades out, my mind feels clear. A page so blank yet full of dreams. A space for hope to softly gleam. No rules to bind me, no lines to fear. I color my truth, I hold it dear. In these shades of calm, I find my way, brushing off the noise of yesterday. Every hue, a voice, a healing balm. I'm coming home in shades of calm. From brush it dances, the past rewinds. I breathe in peace between the lines. Mistakes don't matter, they're part of me. A messy masterpiece, wild and free. I don't need perfect, just something true. A soul expressed in every hue. In these shades of calm, I find my way, brushing off the noise of yesterday. In the hue, a voice, a healing balm. I'm coming home in shades of calm. Let the colors speak what words can't say. Let the quiet guide the brush today. In the stillness I begin to see, this art is how I set me free. In these shades of calm, I find my way, washing off the noise of yesterday. Every hue, a voice, a healing balm. I'm coming home in shades of calm. Yes, I'm coming home in shades of calm. I color strong, I color loud. Not here to follow, here to be the full untamed version of me. No more edits, no more doubt. Let every color figure out. I'm vivid and true, I don't tone it down. Wearing my soul like a neon crown. Every line, a choice I claim. Every hue, a fearless flame. You'll see me coming through. Vivid and wild, vivid and true. They told me softer was the way, but soft can roar in its own way. I'm not a filter, not a trend. This color story doesn't bend. I don't need their black and white. I'm made of contradiction and light. I'm vivid and true, I don't tone it wrong. Wearing my soul like a neon crown. Every line, a choice I claim. Every hue of fearless flame. You'll see me zooming through. Vivid and wild, vivid and true. Even when they don't understand, I'll draw my world with my own hand. Bold is just another way to say I'm here and won't decay. I don't tone it down, even if they try to drown. The colors I was born to show, I'll just burn brighter as I go. This is what I'm meant to do, to live and love, vivid and true. Some thoughts are too deep to say, so I let my colors find the way. No voice, no sound, no need to speak. The silence here is soft, not weak. Each pastel shade, each muted tone is where I face myself alone. I blend the ache I used to hide in pages no one must decide. This is the silence I keep in color, a world that listens like no other. Where tears don't fall, they softly dry in every streak of blue and sky. No need for noise to show I feel. This silence paints what's always real. The world moves fast, it moves too loud, but here I'm safe beneath the clouds. With every brush I breathe again. No need to prove the where or when. This is the silence I keep in color, a world that listens like no other. Where tears don't fall, they softly dry in every streak of blue and sky. I used to wait for someone's sign to trace their path instead of mine. But every outline that I chased left empty space I couldn't face. Then one day I drew a line, not perfect but the choice was mine. And in that curve I finally knew who I was meant to color through. I'm drawn to be, no more disguise. Each stroke I make is where I rise, not shaped by rules, but by my hand, becoming more than they had planned. I'm not erased, I'm finally free. I'm not just me, I'm drawn to be. The painted white, but not afraid. It welcomes every mark I've made. My flaws, my dreams, my quiet fire are all the lines that lift me higher. I'm drawn to be, no more disguise. Each stroke I make is where I rise, not shaped by rules, but by my hand, becoming more than they had planned. I'm not a risk, I'm finally free. I'm not just made, I'm drawn to be. This is the self they didn't see. In every color I break free. I used to fade, now I ignite, a living sketch of purest light. I'm drawn to be my truest form, in lines of grace and colors warm. I'm not a copy, not a mold. I'm art that gives to break the hold. So let them watch, let them believe. I'm more than made, I'm drawn to be. Used to start over with every flaw, afraid they'd see the cracks I saw. But all that scrubbing left me thin, so I learned to let the lines stay in. Some are crooked, some are strained, but every one of them remains. These are the lines I don't erase, the ones that hold my truest place. Every smudge, every slip is part of who I am within. I'm not here to paint perfection's face. I'm here to keep the lines I don't erase. I've drawn in anger, drawn in doubt, and still the colors found a road. The mess, the hurt, the unrefined still speak the things I couldn't find. No shame in what the lines expose, they're how my quiet courage shows. These are the lines I don't erase, the ones that hold my truest place. Every smudge, every slip is part of who I am within. I'm not here to paint perfection's face. I'm here to keep the lines I don't erase. Let the page be worn and wide, let the truth have room to hide. I'm not fixing every start, some lines were meant to show my heart. These are the lines I don't erase, even when they feel misplaced. They hold my story scar by scar, a map of how I came this far. I'm not here to chase some flawless grace. I'm here to love the lines I don't erase. Je suis restée là sans lumière, le cœur figé sous la poussière, mes cris noyés dans le silence, rien qu'un papier sans espérance. Mais mes doigts ont trouvé le chemin, un crayon, une trace, un matin. Et dans ce geste simple et pur, J'ai redessiné mes blessures. Je me rends aux couleurs. Je laisse parler mes peurs. Chaque ligne, chaque nuance devient une délivrance. Je me lance sans détour à ces teintes qui m'entourent. Et dans l'ombre de mes pleurs, je me rends aux couleurs. J'ai colorié mes souvenirs, les noirs profonds, les non-dits. Et dans les bleus, j'ai su guérir chaque éclat revenu à la vie. Le rouge m'apprend à espérer, le jaune a tout recommencé. Et même si rien n'est parfait, je prends l'amour que je cherchais. Je me rends aux couleurs, je me laisse parler mes peurs. Chaque ligne, chaque nuance devient une délivrance. Je ressens des tours à ces teintes qui m'entourent. Et dans l'ombre de mes pleurs, je me rends aux couleurs. Ce n'est pas juste un dessin, c'est un cri qui me retient. C'est la vie entre mes mains, c'est ma voix sur ce chemin. Je me rends aux couleurs, je leur confie mes douleurs. Chaque trait que je libère me rappelle que je suis fière. Je me rends sans retour et je retrouve l'amour. Oui, dans l'ombre de mes cœurs, je me rends aux couleurs. C'est ton cri qui me retient, c'est ma voix sur ce chemin. Je me rends aux couleurs. You chased the lines, I filled them fast, afraid the quiet wouldn't last. But rushing only blurred the view, so I slowed down to find what's true. And in the hush, I saw it clear, the place where peace had drawn me near. This is where the color settles, where the chaos finds its edge, where the noise begins to soften and the fear walks off the ledge. I don't need to paint it bold, sometimes healing soft and slow. This is where the color settles and lets me go. I've learned the shades don't always shine, but every tone still has its time. Even gray has something kind, if you don't rush what it's designed. I breathe it in, let go again. This stillness is my dearest friend. This is where the color settles, where the chaos finds its edge, where the noise begins to soften and the spear walks off the ledge. I don't need painted bold, sometimes healing soft and slow. This is where the color settles and lets me go. Let it blend, let it blur, let it show just who I were. In the space between each hue, I remember how I grew. This is where the color settles, and I finally feel the weight of everything I tried to carry, fade gently into grace. I don't rush it anymore. This is what my hands are for, to find a peace I didn't know, where the color settles slow. left undone, faded corners coming undone. Parts of me I lost too soon, like whispers drowned beneath the moon. I sat with pages still and bare, no one judging, no one there. Just empty space and waiting lines, as if they knew what once was mine. Fill me in, one shade at a time, with color soft, with color kind. What I forgot, the page recalls, it helps me stand when I still fall. Fill me in, where I was thin, let this art begin again. Not every piece comes back complete, some are crooked, some discreet, but every blend I place with grace feels like finding a lost face. Fill me in, one shade at a time, with color soft, with color kind. What I forgot, the page recalls, it helps me stand when I still fall. Fill me in, where I was thin, let this art begin again. I don't need to be brand new, just more whole than I once knew. And if I never find it all, the act itself becomes my call. Fill me in, I won't pretend, each stroke a story, each line a mend. The picture's changing, soft but true. I'm coloring my way back through, not to fix, not to win, just to breathe and fill me in. Not to fix, not to win, just to breathe and show me in. I don't shout to take up space, I draw it out with quiet grace. No loud lines, no neon screams, but I still fight for all my dreams. They don't see the power here, in every smudge and silent sneer. For every shade I choose to show is louder than they'll ever know. I'm a rebel in pastel, soft and fierce, you couldn't tell. Don't need to raise my voice, this coloring is my choice. I break the mold with every hue, I color brave, I color true. They don't see it, but it's real. My quiet hands, my iron will. Let them chase the perfect frame, I'll color crooked just the same. No need to fit their narrow lines, my page, my path, my own design. I'm a rebel in pastel, soft and fierce, you couldn't tell. But I didn't need to raise my voice, this coloring is my choice. I break the mold with every hue, I color brave, I color true. They don't see it, but it's real. My quiet hands, my iron will. So when they say you're doing it wrong, I turn that down into my song. With every blend I take control, a rebel's heart in gentle tones. I'm a rebel in pastel, soft and fierce, you couldn't tell. Don't need to raise my voice, this coloring is my choice. I break the mold with every hue, I color brave, I color true. They don't see it, but it's real. My quiet hands, my iron will. grabbed a brush one day and let the colors lead the way. Now I paint my feelings away. No more rules I have to abide. I found freedom in the shade, a bright and me, not afraid. Color outside the lines, let the mess become the shine. Over you, a little brave, every mark a wave I crave. Don't need reason, don't need signs, I just color outside the lines. Pages filled with little dreams, smudged with hopes and quieted themes. Even if I color wrong, it still becomes my healing song. I don't need to fit the mold, I've got magic I can hold. With every shade I dare to choose, I'm not lost, I just break loose. Color outside the lines, let the mess become the shine. Every hue a little brave, every mark a wave I crave. Don't need reason, don't need sounds, I just color outside the lines. Let the world stay black and white, I'll be dancing in the light. If I smudge, I'll smile wide, that's my spirit undenied. Color outside the lines, let the mask become the shine. Every hue a little brave, every mark a wave I crave. Don't need reason, don't need signs, I just color outside the lines. I used to chase a flawless line to prove his messy heart was fine. Erased myself to fit the frame and lost the joy inside the game. But one slow stroke, then one more hue, and something quiet came through. It whispered low, you're not too much, you've always been more than enough. This is the color of the muff, not polished, loud, or tough. A softer shade that says I'm here, without a mask, without the fear. I fill the page without the rush. This peace I feel is more than enough. The palette's full, yet undefined. Got every shade, feels wholly mine. It's not about how much I do, it's how I let a light come through. This is the color of the nuff, not polished, loud, or tough. A softer shade that says I'm here, without a mask, without the fear. I fill the page without the rush. This peace I feel is more than enough. I don't need praise, I don't need gold to know I've made this canvas whole. A breath, a blend, a healing hue. Is quiet truth, is always true. This is the color of the nuff, where gentleness meets love. I hold the brush, I hold the light. I color slow, but I color right. No need to rise, no need to bluff. I am, I breathe, and that's enough. Je marche sans bruit dans le vent, les couleurs m'échappent lentement. J'ai perdu la nuit en criant, mais je tiens la flamme doucement. Je me relève encore une fois, même si je tombe très bas, je ressens les bouts de moi. Et j'avance pas à pas, ce sont les éclats de moi, des morceaux que je monte cette fois. Même brisé, je suis encore là. Je suis là, je suis là, je suis là. Et je chante avec mes éclats. J'ai peint mes silences en bleu, avec des gestes un peu nerveux. Je trace l'absence dans mes yeux, comme un fil perdu dans le feu. Chaque trait soulage un poids, et je redeviens un peu moi. Chaque ligne calme mes pas, c'est ma façon de faire ma loi. Ce sont les éclats de moi, des couleurs que je crie tout bas. Même fêlée, je suis encore là. Je suis là, je suis là, je suis là. Et je pense que je crois. Sur le papier, je respire mieux. Je fais parler les ombres en feu. Les cris anciens deviennent eux. Et je m'ouvre à des cieux bleus. Ce ne sont pas des mots parfaits, mais ce sont les miens, je le sais. Et dans chaque imperfection, je construis ma rédemption. Ce sont les éclats de moi, des morceaux que je peins tout bas. Même brisé, je suis là, je suis là. Je suis là, je suis là. Je suis là, je suis là. Et je brille avec mes éclats.
Some days I wake, tangled thoughts, the lines are blurred, the colors lost, a storm inside. I try to hide, but I pick up my brush and I breathe through the tide. Each stroke quiets the noise, every hue gives me a voice. It's not perfect, but it's mine, and I find peace in every line. Color me calm, color me true. All of my heart bleeding through blue. Love and fear blend on the page. I turn my pain into something brave. In every shade I find my way. Color me whole today. You said my smile fell far away, like I'd been fading day by day. But watch me bloom beneath your gaze. I'm sketching hope in golden rays. Every panic I melt softens when the red runs dry. I see chaos, I see skies, painting truth behind my eyes. Color me calm today. Color me true. All of my heart bleeding through blue. Love and fear blend on the page. I turn my pain into something brave. In every shade I find my way. Color me whole today. I used to hide inside the gray. Now I let the pinks and purple stay. Art is how I say I'm here, even when I disappear. Color me calm, color me real. Color the ache I couldn't feel. Brush by brush, I start again, turning the mess into my friend. And every shade I find my way. Thou me whole today. Color me whole today.
bloom beneath my hand. Shapes arise just as I planned. Brush the paper line by line. Moments pause in every sign. In this world of calm and light, every shade feels warm and right. Watch the magic slowly grow. In the art my heart will show. Whispers drawn in pink and blue. Dreams in motion coming true. Flowing gently, stroke by stroke. In this stillness I awoke. In this world of calm and light, every shade feels warm and right. Watch the magic slowly grow. In the art my heart will show. Every color tells a story, and this one is mine. A chance to let me be myself. I love how things begin to take shape when they're mine. And I know it's not just about what I draw, but who I am inside. I'm just a girl with a pen and paper, no big deal. But I love the way the colors come together, the art that flows from my brain and my hands. Side, 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 side. Hey, 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 hey. Painting by numbers from a photograph. Dogs fold arms like cotton candy. Chasing pieces that don't fit. So fall back on your imagination. Take the time to breathe and paint. Let go and start again. It might look crazy, but it stops crazy. If you're mad at me, tell me why. But what I'm doing isn't wrong, I swear. It is so beautiful, so pure and real and free of pain. Shh, don't worry about me. I'll be okay, 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 okay. That's all we need to know. I hope you understand what I mean. Colors bloom beneath my hand. Shapes arise just as I planned. Watch the magic slowly grow. In the art my heart will show. There are days I feel too far, a ghost inside a fading star. But when I hold a brush or pen, something pulls me back again. It's not my mind that brings me home. It's in my fingers, not alone. My hands remember what I forgot, the gentle things that time did not. Every stroke, a silent trace of love, of loss, of softer grace. When the world feels out of reach, my hands remember how to teach. I don't recall each hurt by name, but my hands still draw through pain. The patterns know what I can't say and guide me through another day. They hold the truth I can't express, a quiet map of tenderness. My hands remember what I forgot, the gentle things that time did not. Every stroke, a silent trace of love, of loss, a softer grace. When the world feels out of reach, my hands remember how to teach. Through the colors, through the blur, they tell the stories I once were. Without a voice, without a sound, my hands know how to hold me now. My hands remember what I forgot and bring me back when I am not. No need for words, no need for pace, just time and touch and sacred space. When I feel like I'm not whole, my hands remember and console. I
used to chase the perfect line, afraid to cross what wasn't mine. But broken edges taught me more than polished pages ever wore. One color fell, then came the rest, and in the mess I found my best. With a stroke of grace I start again. No need to ask how, why, or when. Each shade of softness I can hold, a quiet light when days feel cold. Not every mark is clean or straight, but still it lands, a stroke of grace. They said mistakes are meant to hide, but I let mine sit side by side. For every sludge I used to fear now holds the proof that I was here. And every time the colors run, they carry pieces of what I've become. With a stroke of grace I start again. No need to ask how, why, or when. Each shade of softness I can hold, a quiet light when days feel cold. Not every mark is clean or straight, but still it lands, a stroke of grace.
Let the past fade in dusty paint. Let healing pour in every ink. You don't have to get it right, you just have to show up the right.
With a stroke of grace I start again. Let the page forgive me like a friend. Each line a prayer, each tone a trace of finding strength in softer space. There's no rush, no perfect place, just one more gentle stroke of grace. They think my piece is small and still, a quiet hand, a gentle will. But every blend and every line carries a storm that once was mine. They don't hear what I don't say, the rage I draw, the fear I fade. I press my truth in pastel flame and sign each page with my real name. Color isn't quiet, can't you see? It's the loudest part of me, shouting through a soft design, a rebel stroke in every line. No need to scream, no need to fight. Color burns just as bright. I used to think I had to speak to prove my strength, to not be weak. But now I shape the fight inside. Let pigment say what I once denied. Color isn't quiet, can't you see? It's the loudest part of me, shouting through a soft design, a rebel stroke in every line. No need to scream, no need to fight. Color burns just as bright. They won't hear it in my voice, but my art is not a choice. It's how I rise, it's how I roar. In every page I color more. Color isn't quiet, feel it rise in every shade behind my eyes, where silence holds the fiercest flame, and every hue recalls my name. So if they doubt the fire I light, tell them color isn't quiet. told me to stay in the lines, hide my color, dim my light. But I've got shades they've never seen, a fire bursting in between. I'm not broken, I'm not wrong, I've been quiet for too long. But now I'm rising, brush in hand, this is where I make my stand. These are the shades of me, bold and wild and finally free. I won't erase a single hue, every scar's, every sky blue. I won't hide, I won't flee. This is the art of being me. I've cried in grays, I've danced in gold, I've drawn stories I've never told. Every stroke, a silent shout, painting all my demons out. Don't need perfect, don't need praise, I just need my colored days. Let the world say what they will, I've got a page and time to fill. These are the shades of blue, bold and wild and finally free. I won't erase a single hue, every scar, every sky blue. I won't hide, I won't flee. This is the art of being me. I'm the bright against the gray, I'm the storm that clears the way. Every flaw a masterpiece, every line has set me free. These are the shades of me, bold and wild and finally free. I won't erase a single hue, every scar, every sky blue. Let the world at last agree, this is the art of being me. There were days I rushed the lights, tried to force the colors right. Thought if I could blend it well, then maybe I'd be fine. But I stained the page with shame and erased too many dreams, till I learned to let the light fall softly in between. And now I take it slow, one hue at a time. Be gentle with color, be kind with the page. You don't have to finish or feel like a sage. It doesn't need meaning or perfect design. Just hold your breath steady and give it some time. I used to follow every rule, stayed inside the lines too long, till I found that every mess could still become a song. Now I color through the ache, not to hide but just to feel. Every stroke a step I take to somewhere soft and real. And still I let it flow, even if it's slight. Be gentle with color, be kind with the page. You won't have to finish or feel like a sage. It doesn't need meaning or perfect design. Just hold your breath steady and give it some time. It's not about right, it's not about praise. It's showing yourself you're worthy of grace. Be gentle with color, be kind with the page. You don't have to hurry, no need to be brave. You're doing enough just by holding the line. So soften your grip, you're allowed to take time. Awake with a storm behind my eyes, quiet chaos I can't disguise. But there's a world that waits for me, in pencil lines and shades set free. I don't need to speak to heal, I just trace what I feel. It's every spiral, curve and hue. I find the courage to push through. So I color without fear, let the silence disappear. All my shadows, all my doubt fade as I fill the outlines out. Love's not always crystal clear, but I color without fear. Memories tangle in my chest, some I welcome, some I rest. But every mark I close today turns the ache a softer gray. I hold the blue and feel the lead, paint the thoughts I've never said. Somewhere in the purple sky, I remember how to try. So I color without fear, let the silence disappear. All my shadows, all my doubt fade as I fill the outlines out. Love's not always crystal clear, but I color without fear. You don't have to understand, just watch this bloom beneath my hand. In every page I leave a trace of finding light in quiet space. So I color without fear, every heartbeat drawing near, letting go with every line, finding strength that once was mine. Love lives softly, ever near. And I color without fear, yes, I color without fear. Some days I'm lost in black and white, too tired to chase the fading light. But I pick up my quiet tools and break the noise with color rules. I don't need a map or plan, just a page beneath my hand. Let the world blur out of view, this moment's all I need to do. In the lines I find me, soft and slow, healing in every undertow. Every color knows my name, every shade a softer flame. It's not perfect but it's free, in the lines I find me. Oh, I've tried to fix what time has bent, but now I color what it meant. The mess, the joy, the fear, the grace, all belong in this small space. I blend the tears with pinks and blues, make art of things I never choose. No rules here, just room to be, a canvas full of honesty. Oh, in the lines I find me, soft and slow, killer in every undertow. Every color knows my name, every shade a softer flame. It's not perfect but it's free, in the lines I find me. Oh, let them chase the louder dreams, I'll stay here with quiet themes. In this silence I feel whole, crayon verses for my soul. Oh, in the lines I find me, day by day, washing heavy thoughts away. Every scar turns into light, every hue makes wrong feel right. Love unfolds so patiently. In the light I find me. Yes, in the light I find me. I used to hide behind the gray, afraid too many shades would stray. But even silence has a tone, and every shadow makes me whole. The blue that wraps around my doubt, the red that dares to scream it out. They all belong, they all are true. Not just the calm, not just the hue. These are the hues of me, messy, bright, and wild and free. Each one a truth I had to feel, each one a part I made real. I'm not just soft, I'm not just bold, I'm every color I've ever told. There's gold I found through letting go, and goons from places I won't show. Even the streaks that run with tears are colors carried through the years. These are the hues of me, messy, bright, and wild and free. Each one a truth I had to seal, each one a part I made real. I'm not just soft, I'm not just bold, I'm every color I've ever told. I won't erase, I won't conceal. These pigments tell me what is real. And if you look beyond the blend, you'll see the girl who won't pretend. These are the hues of me, a full and flawed identity. I'm made of shades I used to hide, now shining through with honest pride. So let me glow, let me just be alive in all the hues of me. There were things I couldn't say, so I let my colors speak. All the noise I held inside poured out soft in golden streaks. No one asked the questions right, so I kept the answers in, till the paper met my hand and the silence let me in. And the blue understood what I never could. Only colors knew where I had been. Every ache I covered deep in my skin. They never judged the shape of my truth. Only the colors, only the colors knew. There were tears I couldn't cry, so I drew them into leaves. Every fear I pushed away found a home in crimson seeds. I was never good with words, but the pastels found a way to hold what I could not hold and make meaning out of gray. And the gold told the truth I had run from too. Only the colors knew where I had been. Every ache I covered deep in my skin. They never judged the shape of my truth or the colors. Only the colors knew. But there's a kind of love in you that doesn't ask for why. It just stays, it just breathes when I need to survive. Only the colors know where I had been. Every scar and shadow saw favor within. They made me whole without asking proof. Only the colors knew. I reach for colors one by one until the darkness comes undone. I don't need to make it right, I just need a little light. Every swirl and shade I make, a breath I finally get to take. Fill the page with light, let your colors glow. Let the weight go off, let the healing flow. Every line a story, every shade a song. In this little world I can't go wrong. Fill the page with light and let it show. The calm inside begins to grow. There's no wrong way to be real. Every mark is how I feel. A rainbow born from quiet hands, a piece that no one understands. This is where I start to breathe, a quiet joy I never leave. Not for others, just for me, a place where I can truly be. Fill the page with light, let your colors go. So wait for love, let the healing flow. Every line a story, every shade a song. In this little world I can't go wrong. Fill the page with light and let it show. The calm inside begins to grow. When the world is loud and gray, I can color it away. Bit by bit, I take control, turning paper into soul. Fill the page with light, let your color